Hello, and welcome to the Good Girls Get Rich podcast. I'm your host, Karen Yankovich, and this is the place where we talk about building wealth, impact, and ease into your life as a woman entrepreneur or career owner or business professional. If you are tired of hustling for every single dollar, today's episode is for you. And, I remember somebody said to me one time, when I had a paycheck, you wake up on Friday and there's money in the bank, right? And yes, you earned it, you worked for it. But as an entrepreneur, sometimes you feel like you have to actually, and it's probably true, that you have to earn every single dollar, right? You have to bring in every single dollar. So it could feel like a hustle. It could feel like a hustle. And I am so anti-hustle. I am breaking down in this episode the new approach, the one that's working right now for women like you. We're talking about how to attract high ticket opportunities without burnout. That's what we're talking about today. She's LinkedUp opens again in March. We're going to be walking you through this exact strategy. So if you want early access, DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram, ready, and let me know and I'll get you some details. And for now, let's get into it here on the podcast. So one of the first things we do in our She's LinkedUp program is we help you create a high ticket opportunity. And it's different for everyone. We've had people that wanted spots on boards of directors. We've had people that wanted high ticket clients. We've had people that wanted to sell their business, right? So what is a high ticket opportunity? It's not that I think that you should never have low ticket offers, but so often I find that there's so much focus on the low ticket offers that the high ticket offers don't happen. So what I want you to do, what we do is we help you reframe the way you look at your offers, and we focus on the highest ticket opportunities, and we let business trickle down to the lower cost services, right? Does that make sense? So we need you to I've said this in this series. This is, I think, the third in the series of special episodes that we've got out for you here on the Good Girls Get Rich. And I've said this a few times. I'm not looking for you to overcharge. It is not about overcharging. It's about having enough of a budget to over deliver where everybody is so unbelievably thrilled and happy at the end of the engagement, right? So what you need to do is you need to kind of package your expertise into those premium transformational offers, right? If it's you, again, you're looking to get hired somewhere or you're looking to get a promotion, then we're looking to position you as that. And we're going to talk more about what that looks like in this. This is truly one of the first things we focus on in She's LinkedUp because, we have live group sessions. And I love when I get an opportunity on these sessions to brainstorm with you on what those opportunities are. It's one of my favorite things to do is to help you create your high ticket offer. And it's about getting you out of your head. It truly is about getting you out of your head because it makes such a big difference. And I think I mentioned on the last episode of this, if you haven't listened, you need to go back and listen. A client that we doubled and tripled and more than that by the end of one conversation about this, right? And it was, by the time we were done, it was such a huge win-win-win. And she needed to get less clients. She wasn't hustling as much, right? Reduce the hustle, build in the ease. That's what we're looking for around here. This is what you need to do if you want to work less and earn more. There is no two ways about it. Unless you're Walmart and you're going to sell 1 billion of something, you're not going to hit the numbers you want with those low ticket offers, at least not upfront. At least not upfront. I mean, there's strategies and there's people that teach that, and I don't want to diss that. It's not my expertise, right? But I know that there's ways to do that, but it is the hard way. It is the hard way. You need to have a lot of ad budget and a lot of patience. You can get a high ticket, contract signed within a day or two. And I've seen it happen. It's happened to me and it happens to my clients consistently, right? So it's just, I'm not saying don't do those things. Make sure you have one of these high ticket opportunities in your back pocket so it's always available to you. And then, right, we need to go back to LinkedIn because when I ask people where they get most of their opportunities from, the biggest opportunities they've gotten, almost always they say, well, it was from a referral, right? Well, where do referrals happen? They happen when you network. They happen when you talk to people. They happen when you meet people. Where does that happen? Ding, 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 ding. LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn. And the beautiful thing about LinkedIn as a relationship platform is you don't need to post 3 times a day. You don't even need to post every day, right? I do want you to be in the wall consistently, but it isn't about remember, we're reducing the hustle. So you don't have to have 1 billion posts on the regular basis. You just need a profile that positions you as the expert, as the influencer, as the person with the expertise that we know you have. And you have, right? You need to then use LinkedIn to be building real relationships with decision makers, not, It's not about talking to 100 people and hoping something sticks. It's about creating a strategy that gets you on the phone with the people that can say yes consistently and simply, not a million times a week, 1 or 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, right? It can be simple. And again, these are all the things we teach you how to do step by step in our She's Linked Up program, which has been completely reimagined for 2025. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. We've heard, right? It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. We've heard these things. You're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with. Please put your focus there. It's where the opportunities are, and I can help you do this. Here's the last thing I want to talk about on this show. This is going to be a quick one. Visibility is non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. In this world we live in, if you are not standing out, you're invisible. And you are not going to get clients if you're invisible. Now, when I say visibility, again, remember, this is the low pressure, no struggle, no hustle visibility. But that's why we focus on media opportunities, because that gets you in front of one-to-many, right? You're not hustling. Like, let's think about this. Think about this. If you've got a great talk and you want to get in front of a room of 100 people, you can hustle to put 100 people in that room, or you can let somebody else bring the 100 people to that room and you just stand in front of the room and talk. That's the She's Linked Up way, right? That's the way that we bring in the ease into your life and in your business. So with the media opportunities, when we teach you how to get these media opportunities, it's about letting other people put you on those stages, put the microphone in front of you and get you in front of their audience of 100, 1,000, 10,000, a million people. I mean, we've had people featured in just the biggest news outlets on the planet, right? It can be you. And it doesn't, these are not people that were like superstars. They were people that, maybe had never had media before and then were featured on NBC the next week, right? This happens so consistently. When you're in the press, people see you as the authority. You borrow the credibility of the media outlet that's featuring you, right? So it's not just you telling everybody that you're really good at this stuff. It's other people saying, you need to listen to Karen. She really knows her stuff, right? This is how this works. This is how this works. And you stop you're not convincing people all the time that they need to buy from you, or that they need to join your program, or that they need to hire you to do something. You're attracting it, that magnetic quality, which is priceless in your business and in your career. That people reaching out to you, people seeking you out. That's what we want for you. And that's the She's Linked Up way. I love it when I start to see people's magnets strengthening. I'm like, do you see that? Do you see that? That's your magnet, right? That's what we want. We want you to be out there in a simple way, but getting in front of these audiences that position you as an influencer, build your credibility, and change your life and your career forever. And I do not say that lightly. Right. I think about, oh my gosh, I think about so many people, but I think about one of my clients who was a realtor on the West Coast and saw an article written by somebody on an NBC News, right? And just commented on it, right? Had a great LinkedIn profile, right? We want to make sure you have a great LinkedIn profile because you need to look credible. So had a great LinkedIn profile. And by the way, in our She's Linked Up program, we write your LinkedIn profile for you. You never have to do that again. But putting that aside, he had a great LinkedIn profile, but then reached out because he saw an article about, housing prices or something. I don't know, something that they saw, and engaged with the journalist, which is what we teach you how to do. Tagged the journalist in a couple different places and then connected with the journalist on LinkedIn and said, hey, I love this article that you just wrote. And, maybe you saw, I tagged you in a couple of places. I shared it with my audience. Right. So the journalist, of course, loves this. This is what we want, us in the media, right? I want you to share this podcast. I want you to tell me you liked it. I want you to share it. It helps me so much when you do that. So of course that's the same, even if it's NBC, even if you're Oprah, right? So a week later, the journalist then reached out to my client and said, hey, I'm writing another article. Can I ask you a couple questions? Turned into a full page article on NBCnews.com. Just the only person quoted was my client, seen by, I think, 65 million people see NBC, right? But here's the thing. It's not just that somebody heard about my client, in Texas and now is buying a house on the West Coast, right? It's not about that. It's about my client being able to take that article and feature it, share it, take it with them on listing appointments so that they can say, hey, when I was NBC News' housing price specialist, right? That's the credibility and the authority that none of the competitors had, right? These are the kinds of things that happen when you make this shift, and it happens that fast. It happened for this client in a week. I'm thinking about another one of my clients who was struggling for years, wrote books on the topic that she's an expert in, and was struggling for years to really monetize, right? She was really good at what she does, but she was really struggling to monetize what she did. And before she even finished our 12-week program, she was getting asked to speak on panels, like on virtual events with some of the people that she has been looking up to for years. She was now positioned as a peer of the most influential people in her industry, right? This can happen when you shift the way you show up, when you shift your mindset and you step into thinking things from that higher vibe level. Okay, that's what I want for you. That is what we do around here. And that's what I want for you. So I hope that this makes sense for you. I hope you understand what we're talking about here. If you're ready to start to create a really lucrative career, life-changing, generational wealth type money in your career and business, without the hustle, I want you inside She's Linked Up. Okay, our doors are opening in March 2025. We've completely revamped this program. I would love to talk to you about it. So just DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram that I'm ready, and I'll get you the details. This is, again, no hustle, no pressure. If you're interested, let me know. I'll get you the details because we've got some really cool stuff for you in this newly redesigned version of this program. So if this episode resonated with you and you think you've got an audience of people that it might resonate with, and I'd love for you to share this episode with your networks, right? It helps tag me so that I can see it, so that I can share it again and get you that visibility that you're kind enough to get me, right? So share it with your friends, share it with your network. This is how we lift each other up. And this is that high vibe relationship, build your business with ease vibe that we go for around here. It really can change everything for you. So if you're ready for that next level, don't forget, all you got to do is DM me that you're ready. And I am here to help you build that lucrative career together. I'll see you in a couple of days with another episode.